Does you want some flavor for your nuts?
Yes.
Bring grab it. Bring grab it.
Hello. Krishna. Thank you for coming.
No. Don't bring the plates. Wait, let him sit up straight. Yeah, so he can sit up straight. There you go.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. In January and February, the Gary and I went to India for 5 weeks. But before going to India, I decided that I was going to do something. And that something was, I was told by past teachers, or preachers, that when you go to a place, you should always try to learn the history of it and why you're going there and what is it. And if you're going to a holy river, you're going to swim there. But before that, you should know what it is.
No, the speaker itself.
Yeah, okay. So I decided that I would record all the places I've been together with Gary. Between the two of us, he was more as my photographer, and he took some pictures of me in the various places. And I thought that the only way I could help people is to show them where I'd gone, and if my going there is going to help people, and that's fine. I hope so. I hope so it will help. Thank you. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Janabalada Girvaradari Jaya Gopi Janabalada Girvaradari Yashodanandana Jaganarandana Yashodanandana Jaganarandana Yamunati Radha Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Bhaktivinoda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 The 5 major places I've been to, the first one being Vrindavan, and the second one is Salem. In Vrindavan I spent 1 week, in Salem I spent 1 week. In Mumbai I spent 4 days, and Dwarka 4 days, and Puri 11 days, and 2 days back to Delhi, 2 days in Delhi, then we left. But in Dwarka we were lucky and that my Guru Maharaj had a bundle session there from 24th, 25th, 26th and 27th of January. 20th of January. And I was able to attend the 4-day session. The crowd was so huge that the first 2 days there were 6,000 people each on each day. And the second and third and fourth day there were 7,000. So I did not have the opportunity of having maybe 5 minutes to talk to him or have a discussion with him because there were so many people. Then over a month ago there was a notice saying that he was coming to Leicester, and I decided, come what may, I must go to Leicester and see him and have a chat with him. So on the 7th of August was my 85th birthday. On the 8th of August at 6 a.m. I was in the airport to catch the 8 o'clock plane to Leicester. And the program started on 9th, 10th and 11th. And because there were no planes coming back, I had to stay with the devotee and the next day. But I had a nice chat with him and and the people there, they were very, very welcoming in Leicester. And so that's the Leicester. Now I'll start with the Vrindavan section first. Picture 1 is showing Sri Pancha Tattva and the 6 Goswamis. You can see them there, 6 Goswamis. Alright. Picture 2 is showing the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Picture 3 from left to right is showing Sri Jagannath Devi Ji, installed by Acharya Sri Nirmal Chandra Goswami. And Sri Radha Vrindavan Chandra. Sri Gauranidai, installed by Sri Gaurachandra Goswami. And the last one is Sri Radha Damodar, worshipful deity of Sri Goswami, manifested by to Sri Giriraj Shira of Sri Sanatana Goswami and Sri Radha Madhava Ji, worshipful deity of Sri Jayadeva Goswami. And coming down further, the last one, Sri Radha Chikam, worshipful deity of Sri Goswami. And I took these pictures to highlight what are in the temple, and it's good to know that these temples have these deities, and it's worth people going to it at some stage. And
where is this Prabhu, sir?
Vrindavan.
Vrindavan.
In Vrindavan, yeah. We're still in Vrindavan. We haven't changed yet. Yeah. Further down, we come to picture 4 and 5, from right to left. A small, rather Vinoda deity of Lokanath Goswami.
Previous.
Yeah, from left to right. And then a larger deity of Vijaya Govinda Baladeva Vijaya Krishna at the side. And Gokula and Nanda deity of Vishwanath Chakravarti. The smaller deity of Krishna is in front of Gokulananda. Smaller deity of Krishna is in front of Gokulananda. So the picture to me Then coming to picture 6, this picture shows Radha Ramanji, and picture 8 and 9 and 10 from left to right is Ananga Manjari to the left, Lord Gopinath on the center, and Srimati Radharani on the left. We're still in Salem yet, we haven't moved on yet. And picture 11 is showing the Vrindavan temple entrance. Vrindavan temple entrance. And further down, you have Sri Gaura Nizai. Sri Gaura Nizai. And picture 13 is showing Sri Krishna Balaram. Sri Krishna Balaram. And picture 14 is showing Sri Radha Shyamasundar. And 15 and 16 is Srila Prabhupada Samadhi. And pictures 18, the last one, is Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, and Varahadev. Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, and Varahadev. And the temple in Vrindavan, we went to the temple, Varahadev's temple, and there is a crocodile there that's a vegetarian crocodile, and we saw it and we were taken around and we had to look at that. Having come to this point about the crocodile, in Kerala, there's a pond in a temple. And in this pond is another vegetarian vegetarian crocodile. Apparently 1 year ago it passed away. But then all of a sudden a second one surfaced, and it too is a vegetarian crocodile. Okay? Okay. Now, after spending a week in Vrindavan, we then went to Salem. Salem is where my Guru Maharaj is building the huge temple, and it's really massive. And I'm sorry I didn't bring a picture of that, or didn't take a picture of that. Chapter 9, picture 19 and 20. Sri Kota Dharaman Swami. And 20 shows Sri Nrsimha Temple in Namaka. It's amazing that in Salem, Hanuman also went there. And also Ram and Sita and Lakshman were there. The reason why they have a temple for each of them is that they touch down. They spend some time there. And to honor them, they built separate temples. So I'll just go over them now. Picture 19 and 20 show Gautam Dharaman Swami. And 20 shows Sri Jringa Temple in Namakal. And picture 22 and 23 shows Nishinga Temple entrance. And base in picture 24 shows in Namakal, the Hanuman Temple. About the Hanuman Temple, when Hanuman went there, he took a shiragram and he asked Lakshmi Devi to look after the shiragram, that he'll come back and take it away. But when he came back, the shiragram had actually grown, and it was too heavy for him to carry it. So he decided he'd leave it. And when we were there in January, the stone has now gone so big that it's something like about 200 feet high in the air, and it's egg-shaped. And apparently they have a fortress on the top of the temple. Yeah. Okay. Now we come to Mumbai. After being in Salem, there were nice enough temple room, but in the new temple, that will all go and they build a newer temple, which will be larger. And in another 1 year's time, they spent 14 years building those temples, the buildings around the temple, 14 years. And in 1 year's time, we were told then, in 1 year's time, that it will be ready. So it should be ready now, sometime in December, hopefully in December. And the thing about in that temple, for people who are visiting and for the residents in the temple, there is no hot shower. It's all cold shower. At first I found it difficult. The reason being that I'm not used to a cold shower. And even to wash your clothes, you had to wash it with soap and cold water. That's showing how austere that place is. So, for me to have a shower, I would start my foot down and work my way up. Work my way up, wetting myself. And then the last thing I do is then finally I wet my head. And then I soak myself. Then I look downward. But it's the way it is. And for the brahmacharis and the other trainee devotees, there is no electricity in their section. Because Bhakti Vikasa Swami thinks that if they have that, then they'll have mobile phone and they'll have other things. They might have a radio, or this or that, the other. There is no electricity. And there too, the water, for the water is all cold. You just have to manage and put up with it. And so I spoke about the Hanuman temple. Now I'm going to go to Mumbai, where after leaving Salem, as I said, we spent 7 days here. If we'd gone 2 days earlier, I would have met my Guru Maharaj, because he left. He'd gone somewhere else, but I dismissed him. And after spending 7 days there, we left for Mumbai. So we had 4 international flights and 7 internal flights. To get to this place, we had to just take the plane, it's faster. Right? And in Mumbai, pictures 26 and 27, picture 26 and 27, shows the Sri Radha Giridhar Lalita. In the picture, you'll see Sri Radha Giridhar, Lalita and Vishaka. Okay? sorry, one thing. In Mumbai, we spent 4 days there. And while we were there, one of the devotees, I forget his name now, one of the devotees was getting married to a local devotee, girl, lady. And can you show the picture? Not really? All right. Unfortunately, I was not well that day, and I had to just stay indoors and didn't take part in the wedding or even the feast that followed the wedding. And about 5 weeks ago, that devotee was here. He came to Dublin Temple. But I just forget his name. He was here, and I had a chat with him, and it was nice to meet him again. Because, after spending 4 days in Mumbai, we took a plane to go to Dwarka. The nearest airport to Dwarka is Jamnagar. And to take a taxi from there took 3 hours. There was no new airport near it. In the 8 years reign of Prime Minister Modi, he constructed or built 72 airports. And this morning I just happened to browse to my phone, and he was in Singapore, and he said that he's going to build more than 100 airports. Only this morning he said that the aim is to build more than 100 airports. That means he has to build another 30 more. Right? He feels that the people should have the accommodation, able to accommodate going from place to by air. Now, so we went to Dwarka after a 3-hour journey by car. Right? And picture 29 will show the Bhatkeshwar Mahadev temple. Picture 29. Remember, I was very fortunate. When I went to Mumbai, then I was 84 and a half. Then I said, Gary came with me. I said, I have company. There's not a problem. If Krishna wants to take me while on my journey, that's fine. But if he doesn't want to take me, nobody can make him take me. So I was sick for part of the journey, part of the time when I was there. But I won't go into that now, that detail now. Okay. So 28 and 29 shows the Bhatkeshwar Mahadev temple. Now 30 and 31 is Sri Rukmini Devi and Lord Krishna in one of the pictures there. And the 30th one is Sri Rukmini Devi, 31 is Savitri, Gayatri, and Kundalini Devi. Where in the temple where Rukmini Devi stayed, or where her deity was, we were not allowed to go. Even the public were not allowed to go. It was walled, so we just had to go around. But there's another area we went to, where a smaller temple, and we was darshan there. Just going back a little further about Dwarka. When Krishna was there with the 16,108 wives, each of them had their own houses. And at that time, Narada Muni went to visit him when he was there at the time. That's 5,200 years ago. And it's 5,228 but he would have been less than 5,200 years ago. And to each of the houses Narada Muni went, he found that Krishna was doing something different. He was sewing, he was sitting, he was playing with the children, and he was doing various things. And every day at 10 o'clock, he'd have a meeting with all the people who control the city. Now, how is 16,108 Krishnas come to the meeting? What that is, when they came out of the door, all of them merged into one Krishna. So at the meeting, there's only one Krishna. But when he came back, and when he stood at his own door, the 16,108 Krishnas entered each of the houses. That's his strength or ability to make as many Krishnas as he wants. He can have millions of Krishnas, transform into millions of Krishnas. And also about him when he was there, Arjuna was with him, and there was a Brahmana, and when his wife had the first child passed away. And each time it happened, this happened 10 consecutive times, and each time it happened, the Brahmana went to Krishna and said, "What are you going to do about it? This is what happened, my child has passed away." Right? And when it came to the 10th one, Arjuna was with Krishna. He stood by, he was only an observer. So when it came to the 10th one, Arjuna decided that he was going to do something about it. And Krishna knew that there was nothing he could do about it. Right? But he tried to find some way of doing something to help the Brahmana. So in the end, Krishna gave in and said, "Okay, I'll help you." So there is a silver chariot, and Krishna gave Arjuna divine vision. And they went into the chariot and went to the very end of space. And there, like a shell, Krishna was able to open it, and Mahavishnu was waiting for him. Some of you might know about it, but some of you might not. Mahavishnu was waiting for him. The reason for doing that was he wanted to collect all the children and take them back to the Brahmana. And Krishna knew why the children were taken away one by one. The reason was that Mahavishnu wanted to meet Krishna. He tricked him. Well, I don't know whether I should say tricked him, but he used that kind of ploy to bring Krishna to him. They said, if Muhammad can't go to the mountain has to come to you, or the reverse, some of the reverse. If the mountain can't come to Krishna, then Krishna goes to the mountain. The saying, in famous English saying. So anyway, that's carried on, and just before the land submerged or went underwater, Krishna was able to get all his family members away from there onto the mainland. And to prove that Krishna was there, at the moment they're carrying out experiments, undersea water exploration, and they saw the castle, the buildings and the castle and so forth. I don't know how many of you know about that. They're carrying out this to prove that Krishna was there. But part of the land, it's part of the land where Krishna was staying, separated from the mainland. It's called They were, yeah? Yeah. So we went across. There were 300 boats taking people up and down, 300 boats. And they were all full. Like they were coming like over 100 in each boat. We managed to get a space in one of them and went there. And we spent some time there. And I think we bought one of the tips. I can show you a picture 32. 32. Picture 32 shows the Goshala. Salem also has its own Goshala, but this was an island. To get to that, we had to take boats. Right? But while we were there, they were building a suspension bridge, kind of C-shaped suspension bridge. And it was expected in January, it was expected to be ready by 1 year, which means that the cars can get across. And like to get on the boat across, we had to pay. I'm sure there's going to be some way that they're going to make them pay something. And we toured that section of the island, and as much as we can. But we were very lucky actually. I had 2 weeks before I left, my right heel was so sore that I said to myself, how am I going to manage? And my left shoulder, which I injured 35 years ago, or the right shoulder, which I injured 35 years ago, was also sore. And I said, I was nearly going to cancel the trip. But then I said, look, I'll take a walking stick with me, and I'll hobble along with a very, very, very sore heel and a left abdomen and a sore shoulder. Right? And in fact, taking the walking stick was a blessing in disguise. So wherever we went, no matter which temple we went to, the police were able to take us first. Gary and myself, because I had a walking stick. They said, no, you come first, you come. And of course, they didn't think I was 84 years old, but they coming first. So but all the way, all the 5 weeks, I had to use a walking stick because of the sore heel. And only in the last week it started to get better. But it didn't deter me from going to places. We took the taxis wherever we went, the taxi took them. And then, so after leaving Dwarka, I came by boat, came back from the mainland. We took a taxi to the airport, Jamnagar airport. And only about, after the Leicester visit where my Guru Maharaj was, he went to Jamnagar next. And I saw that. I tend to kind of follow him wherever he goes, if I can find out where he's going. But fortunately for me, I saw he was initiating the people in Jamnagar. So from Jamnagar, our next stop was to come to Puri, Jagannath Puri. So we took a flight to Delhi. Sorry, not Delhi. Such a sea.
Dwarkadish. Did you go to Dwarkadish?
From Jamnagar, we're going to Puri now.
Jagannath Puri.
Yeah, but
So
before that, we had to go to the airport.
Bhubaneswar Airport.
No, such a sea.
Oh, Balasore.
No. Sorry.
You came to Kolkata,
Huh?
Kolkata airport?
No, with the sea.
See.
Allahabad.
No. Shore of Bengal.
We had two lady devotees who came from there.
Are you saying
Shiva and I think you remember Shiva.
Rishikesh.
No.
Bengal
Bengal
side.
side.
We
Are you
came.
saying C as in the letter C or SCAC? Which C? The letter C?
Yeah, it started at the sea there. It's an airport. It's a seaport as well. It's very big. Then from there we took another flight to go to
Kolkata.
Good.
40 grams.
And
Anyways,
yeah. Anyway, we went to Puri. And it was going to be our last stop there. Picture 38, please. In picture 38, it shows a temple, and there were three altars. In the first altar there were Lalita Devi. In the middle altar was Chota Gopinath. I'll come and let you know why it was called Chota Gopinath. And the third altar where Srimati Radharani was in. Right? Okay. And for the 11 days, for 10 days, that is where we went for our Mangal Arati, for 11 days. And we couldn't go there, especially because we were only traveling. And it was, and they started there at 5 o'clock in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning. So we had to get up quite early to get there by taxi. And in Chota Gopinath temple, that's where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent most of his time. And his associate was Gadadhar. Right? And every day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go there for classes. They had classes or sessions. I used to go there. And talk about after the Mangal Arati, we had to circumambulate the temple 3 times. 3 times. I had the walking stick. The first time I only was able to walk once, because my heel was very sore. But the second time I went twice. And the third time I went 3 times. I said, that's great now. I'm getting there slowly. So I forced myself to keep pace with the other people. By the time they had done 1 round, I was only halfway there. But still, they kept going, and it was good. It was very good to circumambulate the temple. Okay? And so Gadadhar was he was the pujari there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made him the pujari. And he used to do the work there and offer their lamp and so forth, like pujari. And as time went on, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left. Some say he went to the sea when he passed on, but actually he went to the knee of Chota Gopinath. I should say Gopinath for now. I say Chota Gopinath. And they showed us a wound or a scar through which he had entered. You saw that, yeah. Right? And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, Gadadhar was weeping every day and crying and was getting depressed and so forth. There came a time that he could not do the arati. And he was going to get another pujari to do the arati. But what really happened then is that in his dream, Gopinath came to him and said, no, you have to do the arati. I don't want anybody else to do the arati. It's only you and nobody else. Right? He said, but I can't. He said, no, you have to. He said, you just come. And next morning when he went to do the arati, he went to do the arati, Krishna was sitting. Krishna was sitting. Gopinath was sitting. Therefore he was able to do the arati. It is the only temple in the world, the Hare Krishna temple in the world, that Krishna, Gopinath, was sitting. There's no other temple you'll find in the world that Krishna is sitting.
It's been like more than 10 years now.
Yeah. Okay. So, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there, at one day or one stage, he had gone into high ecstasy. And he kept shouting and screaming and calling for Krishna. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? He started to, with his toes, scratch the earth. And while doing that, he hit upon the head of a small idol of Krishna. And he said, Gadadhar, he said, Gada, 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 I have a gift for you. He said, come down here now. So when they excavated the area, they found a small deity of Krishna. And apparently that deity also eventually landed in the hand of Ram. And Ram gave it to Hanuman, gave it to Hanuman. But I think that I don't know where the deity is now. Where is it now?
Which one? Tota Gopinath? Tota Gopinath.
Yeah, the deity.
It's
Krishna, not Krishna.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So, Gadadhar was able to perform the arti because Krishna is now seated now. Okay. So we spent 4 days there in the bundle, and it was really great. It was fantastic. We enjoyed it. And there is section there for older people. So I was very lucky. I just went into that section, Jaiva, Prasad, and so forth. And take picture 39. Picture 39 shows Sakshi Gopal Ji and Srimati Radharani. That's 39.
Yes.
Yeah. And Srimati Radharani. We go on to picture 40 and 41 now. 41 and 40 and 41 show several pictures. It shows Jagannath Puri temple. Right? So Gary and I went there. But when we got there, Gary said to me, I'll sit here. You go. But I won't be allowed. So he said, it does not matter if you have 4 hours or 5 hours. It might take you that long to go around. So I went at the east gate, which is the nearest gate, the west gate. And as I was leaving my shoes, I had my walking stick with me, and I was leaving my shoes where you're supposed to. A young man came to me. He was about 34, 35, and we started to talk, you see, asked me where I was from. His father and mother and him came. He said, what do you must do now? You must hold my hand tightly. Don't let go. And we will guide you all the way. So fortunate that Krishna has allowed me the permission to go with them, or to meet them and find them. And then I met the father. He said, you just do what my son is saying. Don't let his hand off. And we were able to finish the whole circuit in 1.5 hours. But the gentleman was a member of the what's the other party? The Congress Party. He was a member of the Congress Party, and he knew the head of the police in Jagannath Puri, because he donates a lot of money towards the temple, and he came and met us all. He said, now all of you just follow me. So here my hand is held by this. He won't let go. So we finished the whole circuit in 1.5 hours. Where they would take, I would have got lost. I wouldn't have known where to go. So having reached the And the deity, we were only about 18 feet away from it. You couldn't go more than that. So we're lucky to get that far anyway. And then, so after it was all finished, the journey was all over, he brought us, the congressman and his wife and his son, brought us to an area where there were some steps there, and he said, you all sit here now, and you organize prasadam for us. He said, we will now give you prasadam, you just stay there, don't worry. So we all had our prasadam. And he said, is there anything you want to take away as well? And he did everything for us. I was so grateful that he helped me. Unfortunately, I lived outside. But I took some prasadam for him to take. So then we met outside and we took more pictures, as you see. You showed up the pictures. Yeah. We took more pictures and so forth. Now we're going to go to 43 and 44. Now, apart from going to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, apart from going to Govinath Temple, Tota Govinath Temple, he also went to another place called Siddha Bakur. He frequented that area as well. And when he was there, what's his name? Haridas accompanied him there. He stayed with him all the time. Right? And there they used to use the neem sticks to brush the teeth, to clean the teeth, like toothbrush. Right? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, after using the toothbrush, put it to the ground and it grew into a tree. It grew into a tree. And that tree is now over 500 years old. And you'll see a picture, another one. That's the tree. And I was, actually you can see my hand on this side. So I was embracing the tree. You see my hand? And there's my walking stick. And the tree is still there. So it's over 500 years old. And there we also saw Sri Haridas Thakur's Samadhi and Sri Radha Giridhari and Sriman Mahaprabhu Puri, Mahaprabhu. Why they call it Siddha Bakur? It was Siddha, but they call it Siddha Bakur.
Siddha means something that is transcendental, and Bakur is a tree. So it's sprouted and its roots are dry. It's transcendental.
Yeah.
That's why Siddha Bakur.
Yeah, I didn't know the exact interpretation of that. And after being there in Puri for 11 days, we did many more things. We headed to, we went to Delhi, right? To Delhi, because we had to leave in 2 days' time. So we spent 2 days in Delhi as well. Okay? Picture 14. Picture 51. We went to the ISKCON temple in Delhi as many times as we could go. And we weren't able to get Mangal Arti though, but we had the Gaura Arti. So we were there with Gauras. And we went to the restaurant and so forth. One day, I think it was the first day, I was sitting and meditating and looking at the altar. Somebody tapped me on the side of my right shoulder. And I said, who is this? It was a lady. And he is Chinese looking. Okay? You wouldn't believe it, I'll tell you who it was. It was his mother, he was here, from Mongolia. Kishan. Not Kishan. It was his mother. When we were there 4 years ago, we met them. And then she somehow or the other, she recognized me. And there's a picture, there. There should be a picture of her. Now go back again.
Not this.
I'll explain this after. Go back again.
This was another Parsarthi, New Delhi.
Yeah, in Delhi, the Noida temple, they had 3 beautiful altars. Just show us the altars.
Yeah.
Right? There's left, middle, and right. You got the 3? The temple in this Ishwan temple in Delhi is called Sri Radha Parthasarathi temple. Picture 52. This picture 52. This one is Gauran inside. And 53.
That's Radha Parsarthi.
This is God.
That is God.
52.
Yeah, God.
Gauran inside 50. And 53 is Sita, Ram, and Lakshman, and Hanuman. Sita, Ram, Lakshman, and Hanuman. I can't see Hanuman. Oh, there. Sorry. Sorry. So low down. Sorry. And picture 54 is Sri Radha Parthasarathi. That's the Noida temple. Actually, that is my 3rd visit to the Noida temple. 3rd time. I've been in 15 and I've been in 20 and I've been there now in 24. Right. And picture 55, please. He Lakshman there and Prahlad Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj. Okay. Now, there's something I wanted to say about ISKCON temple we hope someday in Ireland we'll have one temple that will look like one of the temples in India. So because they're actually beautiful. The temples are actually out of this world. And so hopefully we'll achieve it. I know it is Manu Prabhu's mission to have this temple in Fingal County, and someday it will materialize. You have to have the desire to have one, and if you don't have the desire to have one, you'll not get it. Therefore, you have to put your mind to it. Everybody has to put their mind to it. I think, as far as I'm concerned, I am not able to help when we're renovating this part here. That is at that time I was 67 years old, and by the age of 70 it was renovated. But now I'm 85, so I left it at the younger people to help do that. And any questions anybody has, or comments, or arguments, or whatever.
For the talk from the association. You
Thank
said it's going to, the president's going to build 100 airports.
Yes,
And
I'll explain that. In the first reign of Modi as Prime Minister of India, he built 72 airports. And this morning he was in Singapore. I just happened to flick this shorts. But his aim now is to build more than 100 airports. More than 100 airports. Because they need it. So more than 100 airports. Sorry.
Is the church, because religion and state separated in India? Is the church and the state, are they separate in India? or they're building temples as well. And how long will these airports last? Will they last like these temples, or are they just going to be gone in 4 years?
Well, I'm not too sure that whether the government of India is helping to build temples. It's the devotees who are sending the books and donations and so forth that are coming through, donations and yeah. The first temple that was built in ISKCON temple in Bindi was in 1975 by Prabhupada. He got, luckily for him, somebody came from, I think, either France or something, and he was an architect. They did all the designing and all that. But he oversaw everything, every detail of the Radha Damodar temple. And 1975, he was still living at the time, and it was the first ISKCON temple in the whole of India. But now I'm not too sure. I think it's now probably 140 or 50. How many temples there are in India?
In India,
Huh?
100 plus Prabhu.
Huh?
More than 100 temples.
More than 100, but exactly.
Exactly.
There was a state where it was 108 or something.
Yeah.
It's more than that, yeah. Okay. Well,
So more than 100, way more than 100.
oh, way more than 100.
108 temple is the last temple established by
By
Prabhu.
Prabhupada. Prabhupada
Yeah.
established 108. And then now we have almost 600 plus temples. ISKCON.
Yeah.
Worldwide. 600 plus.
Worldwide, that's
Yeah.
worldwide. But India has the most.
It has most, of course.
Nuts.
Right.
Any other questions anybody has?
Did you take that picture of Jagat Baladev and Subhadra? Was that inside the temple?
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to get
Yeah.
recorded.
It
Oh,
looked,
now
it
coming.
looked huge. That was.
Yes.
Those are the Rath Yatra, I mean on the chariot.
Yeah.
So those are the pictures
Oh, they're
taken.
from
So that is the
chariots.
only time where people can take pictures.
Well, one more thing I did. Sorry. You're from Puri? Your wife is from Puri, your daughter is from Puri. They were there a month ago, and they could tell me more about Puri than I can tell you more about Puri.
They got initiated in Puri.
Huh?
They got initiation in Puri.
I know. By the local Guru Maharaj. Initiated. They would show me, it's all switched off, is it?
Switched off Prabhu.
Yeah, it's okay. So you saw me standing with the Ukrainian lady,
Yeah.
right? I was standing outside the main gate of the bungalow, and I wanted to go back to the apartments. And what really happened is a taxi came by. I was talking to the guard, security man, and I just at the entrance. And this lady got off this taxi with a huge bag. And then I took no notice of it. I came one hour later to see, but I couldn't find Gary. I think she went. But when I came back 1 hour later, she was standing at the spot, but no bag. So some local person accommodated her, gave her accommodation, and there was no bag. And then she came to the entrance, and I asked her, "Are you in some difficulty?" She said, "Yes, I'm from China. I'm Ukrainian but I'm in the ISKCON temple in China for 7 years. And for the last 4 years, he's been writing to Bhakti Vikasa Swami to get initiated. But somehow the letters didn't go, letters going to China, who knows what's going to happen. So I think no contact was made. Instead, she took a week off, but 8 days off, and landed in Puri on the 23rd, the day before the 4-day bundle, 23rd, 4th and 15th, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? And I said, "How can I help you?" And she said, "I came really to get initiated by Bhakti Vikasa Swami." I said, "I can help you. There's no problem." So, as we were waiting, within 2 minutes, in Salem Temple, they have a full-time resident doctor. When I was sick, he helped me. Full-time resident. He just happened to pass by, all within 2-3 minutes. I said, Achitananda, please stop. I need to talk to you. Right? I said, this lady has come all the way from China and she's looking to be initiated. Can you help? Because he knows the setup in Salem and all that with the Guru. He said, yes. He said, there's one lady in charge of helping ladies who want to get initiated. He said, I'll take it. And I happen to know the lady. I think she was from either Australia or New Zealand with her husband still there. And took her there. Now I know some of the history of how she landed, where she went. So the lady arranged for her to be initiated on the stage. And he related the story of her coming from China and so forth. And she got initiated. Any other questions?
Prabhu, that picture you showed, Puri is
Oh, sorry, I just got you.
which place is that?
When she was receiving, after the initiation, you go Dakshina?
Dakshina.
That, and she came to me, so I gave her Dakshina.
Right.
And I said to me, do you mind if I took a picture of you? I can show it to my friends in Dublin. She said, no problem at all. So that's where the picture comes into play. It's the talking point. And sorry, you say something.
So that picture you showed, Puri is gone. Which place is that in Puri? Badayapanda? You went there, right?
ISKCON Puri.
ISKCON Puri.
Yeah, the place where you went.
Badayapanda, right?
No, not ISKCON Puri.
ISKCON Puri.
ISKCON Puri.
Where is
Sorry,
that
Haridas,
place?
not first.
Actually,
No, that's it.
we had our,
In front of that,
In
in
front
front
of-
ISKCON temple.
where we had the Mangal Arati in the morning, 5 o'clock, we had our lunch there. And they really took good care of us. But in the evening, we went to Gaura Arati, to the ISKCON temple, which is different from where Tota Gopinath temple is.
Yeah.
Is it the one that is just
In front of Haridas Thakur.
in front of Haridas Thakur Samadhi? Is that the temple?
ISKCON temple.
Radha Giridhari.
Radha
It's gone.
Jagannath
Yeah,
Puri.
but I don't remember. I went there.
Yeah.
That
We
is
had
the one
Gaura
which
Arati there.
That's
only
right.
temple.
Gaura Arati there, and they didn't have a place like to serve meals, okay? So we just had fruit and milk, water, things like that. And because they didn't have a proper restaurant facility and all that. So we had enough food to eat, bananas and so forth. We had good lunch in the Tota Gopinath still. Yeah. Why they call that Tota Gopinath? It's Tota in Orient is earth, is land. Okay? So that's because of the digging when they found the little deity of Krishna, they named it Tota Gopinath temple. So that's that. So no more questions?
We'll move on to the next.
Yeah, Aarti now.
Yeah, thank you.
Praise Annkotta Prabhu ki
Jai! Jai!
Thank you for letting me do this difficult task. Thank you.
प्रसाद के बाद करेंगे
Don't have much people, so. So just to inform you all, on coming Wednesday, we are celebrating the appearance day of Radharani. We will be celebrating Radharashmi festivals on coming Wednesday in evening from 6 p.m. onwards. Everybody is invited.
With their friends and family. Hari Bol. We will be having Mahabhishek, Chapan Bhog, Aarti, Kirtan and Prasad for everyone. Hare Krishna.
And also special darshan, they dress darshan of Shri Radha and Shyam.
Yeah, there will be a special darshan of deities in outfit made from dry fruits. Hari Bol. Very special darshan.
पंचतत्वाजयो पंचतत्वाजयो
His divine grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Pranacharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Annkotta Vaishnava Vrinda ki Jai, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Jai, Praising the whole Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shama Kundara Kund Giri Govardhan ki Vrindavan ki Mayapur Dham ki Jagannath Dham ki Jamuna ki Gangamaya ki Tulsi Devi ki Bhakti Devi ki Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki Harinam Sankirtan Yagya ki Atmadanga Transcendental Book Distribution ki ISKCON Island ki Go Premanande Glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Glories to Shishi Guru and Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. For all those who just joined after the class, I would like to announce that coming Wednesday, which is 11th of September, we are celebrating the appearance day of Srimati Radharani. Jai! Shri Radhashmi Mahamahotsav ki Jai! So those who don't know, Srimati Radharani is the concept of and the lover of Shri Krishna. Haribol! So we are celebrating the appearance day in a very nice and blissful way. So in the evening from 6 p.m. onwards, we will be having special darshans, Aarti, Mahabhishek, Kirtan and Mahaprasad for each and every one. Haribol! So we will be having special 56 Bhoga offerings to Shri Radha Krishna, and we will be having special darshans of them in special dress made from dry fruits. So I think you all who haven't seen any darshans of deities in some special dress like this, you will be witnessing that for the first time, that they will be wearing the dress made from dry fruits. So you all are invited along with your friends and family members, and if you want to help and volunteer or do any kind of service on the day, you are most welcome. Haribol. And if anyone would like to, yes. So the celebration will not end on the same day, but the upcoming weekend will be a very special weekend for the devotees and people around Dublin, because we will be getting an association of one of the pure devotees of Krishna, His Holiness Jananand Maharaj. His Holiness Jananand Maharaj ki. So he will be arriving tomorrow, but he will be going to Inishat for 2 days, and then he is coming here on Friday. Then we will be having special Kirtan with Maharaj and class on Friday, which will be from 6 p.m. onwards. And then Bhagavatam class on Saturday, evening class on Saturday, then Bhagavatam class on Sunday as well, which will be 7 a.m. And we will be having Harinam on Friday and Saturday both. So 2 days Harinam, 2 days Kirtan here in temple in evening, and 2 days of Bhagavatam class with 2 days of evening class as well. So everyone is invited. Get this opportunity, grab this opportunity to get the association for senior devotees like His Holiness Jananand Maharaj. Hari Hari Bol. Hari Hari Bol. So if anyone would like to sponsor any Sunday, upcoming Sunday Prasad, they are most welcome. We are opening slots till November. If anyone would like to sponsor Prasad on occasion of Pitra Paksh, Navaratri, Dashera, Kartik Mas, Diwali, or any other occasion, they are welcome. Hari Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. And just following on from Annkotta Prabhu's mentioning about all these temples, he was explaining that 108 temples when Prabhu was here, and now literally hundreds and hundreds around the world. So we are in our own rights. Annkotta Prabhu says if we have a desire, strong enough desire among ourselves, we will definitely have. When are we going to have this temple? We're talking about hopefully 2 or 3 years time. 2 or 3 years time. So actually, by next year, we're hoping to have to buy the land. We have 128,257 euros collected towards it, and we aim to have 200,000 by this time. I think by Radhastami next year. So it's a little over a year's time, and if we achieve that figure, we have very good chance actually of also getting the loan of the rest of the money, basically. So we'll hopefully we'll have over 1.2 million by this time next year, and then we can buy the land, and then it's up to everyone to build a temple as well. So that's the latest news anyway. So I want you all just to know about that. And in the coming days and weeks, also on Radhastami, I think you should all pray that Srimati Radharani will give us this energy to go ahead and achieve this year, because it's Krishna and Radharani's mercy. And we also have Panchatattva's mercy as well. So if we all really pray together and stick together, work together, and really see it in our vision that this is what we want to have, this is what we want to do, There's huge amounts of opportunity for people to get involved in this actually. And what we need is people who want it to happen, because that will make the total difference. Krishna will inspire each and every one of us in a different way. But if we can work together collectively, we will actually achieve this. And I think that's the thing that Annkotta Prabhu said, that if we all have a strong enough desire, that this will happen. So we're praying to Krishna that he will give us this desire so we can worship him. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Nursing of prayers and then.
Narasimha prayers, and then we will go in the ground floor for prasad. So we need some volunteers as well to arrange prasad. Maybe those who want to help, they can go with Ashish Prabhu, who will be leading in distribution of prasad. Hari Bol.
I want to thank Girdhar. When I had the material, he assembled the lecture for me, which is very good. Thank you. Thank you.
Namaha
Bharata Sarvato Mara Nasivate Kamata Vishnu Namaya Jayo Narsimhade Jayo Narsimhade Jayo Narsimhade Jayo Narsimhade Jayo Narsimhade Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Lakshmi Narasimha Jayo Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Prahlad Maharaj Jayo Jayo Bhakta Prahlad Jayo Bhakta Prahlad Jayo Bhakta Prahlad Jayo Bhakta Prahlad Jayo Jayo Bhakta Prahlad Jayo Bhakta Prahlad Jayo
Srila Bhagavan ki Jai. Ram Maharaj ki Jai.
So now with all head downstairs for Prashad. Hari Bol.
Hare